connected.
All right.
Ready?
Yep, pull it out. Make sure you plug it in good.
I know.
Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Auxiliary Gymnasium here at Hicksville Schools as we are getting ready for junior high girls basketball action on this Monday afternoon, a Monday after Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday for some. And it is a girls basketball action, 7th and 8th grade on tap here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel with the Lady Aces hosting the Lady Bulldogs of Defiance on this Monday afternoon. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. With me, Brian Williams, operating the iPad Pro camera this afternoon, as we're going to be here for both the 7th and the 8th grade games, which means 2 live streams. This one, when this game wraps up with the 7th graders, we'll take probably about a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back with Game 2 to bring you the 8th grade action this afternoon as well. Glad to have you with us again. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday weekend and that you enjoyed time with family and friends, got your fill to eat, plenty of good leftovers, got maybe some early Christmas shopping in on the big Black Friday and Small Business Saturday shopping events, and, Cyber Monday today, too, whatever the case may be. But I hope you had a terrific weekend and that you're ready to settle in now for the stretch run towards Christmas and the end of the year holidays. Here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium, the 7th grade girls all be coming up first, and we always want to begin with before we get to the rosters, though, let me take some time here. First off, to thank our underwriters making our coverage possible here on HIX-TV this afternoon. They include our platinum level underwriting supporter, and that's ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. Our 3 diamond level underwriting supporters are the Jim Schmidt family of the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Man, I'm getting tongue-tied this early. That's not a good sign. Thanks also to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers, and the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. We also want to thank our gold level underwriting supporter. That's Subway of Hicksville, where you can eat fresh and refresh. Al and the gang say go Lady Aces, and they are proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game, the award that we give out at the end of each varsity basketball contest we cover here on Hicksville Community Television. So thanks to all of them, and we'll be mentioning them and thanking them more as we move through this live stream on this Monday. So let's take a look at who's going to be playing here tonight. Again, we have the 7th graders up first. And we'll when we do for the 7th grade, we just run down the roster in its entirety because we don't get the starting 5 in advance or anything like that. So for the Lady Bulldogs of Defiance, here we go. Number 13 is Eva Mancera. Number 15 is worn by Haley Schnipke. Number 21 is Addison Roth. Number 23 is Mackenzie Reyes. Number 25, Addison Miller. Number 33 is Amia Crawford. Number 35 is Sophia Marilat. Macy Black wears number 41. Number 43 is Erin Waltz. And number 45 is Jasmine Lawton. That's their roster, and of course we'll identify them as we move through the afternoon. And for Hicksville, again, they have a small squad for their 7th graders. Number 11 for the Lady Aces is Sophie Fries. Number 14 is Verenice Avalos. Number 22, Jocelyn Baldwin. Number 32 is Gabrielle Neal. Number 42 is Abigail Hansen. And number 45 is Devaney Mull. And when we were here earlier, when we did the very first of our live streams covering the junior high girls, Devaney had herself one whale of a basketball game. So we'll see how things go for this game here tonight. We do want to thank you once again for joining us as the final seconds tick off. There we go. And here in the auxiliary gym, we're a lot closer to the buzzer, and it echoes a lot more. So They'll clear the floor, and we'll get ready to bring out the starting five. Our officials are all set and ready to go. And we will be getting this 7th grade game underway shortly here on Hicksville Community Television. Again, glad to have you with us. Coming out for the Lady Bulldogs, looks like number 15, Haley Schnipke, number 25, Addison Miller, number 33, Amia Crawford. Hanson Mull out there along with Freese and Baldwin for the Lady Aces, and we'll get ready to tip it off. Tip controlled by Hicksville. Baldwin wastes no time, goes straight to the hoop, puts it up off glass, and no good. Rebound comes down to the Lady Bulldogs, and Schnipke will bring it up the floor. Avalos guarding her. Bounce pass. Feed. Shot up off glass, no good. Baldwin grabs the board for Hicksville. Jocelyn will take it back up court, across the timeline, top of the key, looking things over. She'll drive into the paint, puts up the hook shot baseline, no good. Rebound, and recovered on the baseline by Baldwin. She'll get it out to Avalos. Avalos around the horn, looks for some help, gets it out to Mull. Mull takes a shot from the corner off the iron and no good. Baldwin goes for the putback. It's blocked again. She'll move it back to Freese. Freese puts up a shot, no good. Now Avalos with it. She's trying to get it away, and it gets stripped from her. Quickly down the floor come the Lady Bulldogs. Shot up, off iron, no good. And Freese grabs the rebound for the Lady Aces. So a fast-moving game and lots of shots on goal, but nothing going down the cylinder as of yet. Baldwin off the glass and good. It'll be a long 2 for Jocelyn Baldwin as she breaks the scoring ice and gives the Lady Aces a 2-0 lead early on here. 4:34 to go in our opening quarter. Waltz bounce pass over to Miller. Miller looking for some help, gets it to Roth. Roth will take the shot from three-point land off the back of the iron and no good. And that's saved on the baseline by Mull. She'll launch it down to Baldwin. Baldwin runs to the baseline, up and in. Second bucket now for Jocelyn Baldwin. She accounts for all 4 of the Lady Aces points. 2 minutes here into our first quarter. 6-minute quarters here at the junior high level. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Roth. Roth will work it around to the top of the key. She'll stop on the wing, and she'll do a double dribble. Double dribble, and that'll be a turnover to the Lady Aces. Freese will come over to handle the inbounds charge. Sophie Freese gets it into Baldwin. Baldwin driving, holds up. Bounce pass, loose on the floor, and Baldwin grabs it again. Baldwin still trying to get something to happen. Taken away and put up and no good, but a whistle and a foul underneath the hoop. Devaney Mull's going to draw the foul there, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. First team foul on the Lady Bulldogs. Clock stopped at 3:25. Mull's first one's good. Devaney will have one more. And she gets them both. That makes it a 6-0 game. Haley Schnipke across the midcourt stripe for the Lady Bulldogs. Turnaround jumper up off glass and gets the bounce. That was Crawford. Amia Crawford with the bucket to make it a 6-2 game. Baldwin, and that'll be a travel. Or they're going to call it a double dribble. Either way, turnover to the Lady Bulldogs. Aaron Waltz. Walls gets the ball in. And she stepped over the line. Started moving before she let go of the ball completely. And so that'll be another turnover and back to the Lady Aces. And down in the same spot, it'll be Freese. Freese to Mull. Mull takes it right to the hoop, up a little too much on it. Rebound comes down to Crawford. She'll get the ball to Schnipke, and Schnipke will bring it across the timeline. Schnipke from 3. Off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Hansen for the Lady Aces. Hansen will toss it over to Baldwin. He'll come back the other way. Baldwin to Mull. Mull driving in. Ooh. And that's a whistle and a foul. As a couple players hit the deck on that one. That'll be a foul on the floor, common foul, but it'll be against Defiance. So Lady Aces with the basketball on the baseline. 2 team fouls now for the Defiance girls. Baldwin looking for some help, gets it to Avalos. Avalos back to Baldwin. Baldwin drives the baseline, hook shot up, no good. Rebound coming down to the Lady Aces. Miller gets the ball to Schnipke. Bounce pass and stolen away by Freese. Freese up to the hoop, and she'll be fouled from behind. The foul prevents the easy layup for Freese, but she'll still get the opportunity to score. As she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Lady Bulldogs. 2:07 to go in our opening quarter. Freese nails it. Makes it 7-2. She'll get one more. Off the front of the iron and no good, so the score will remain 7-2. Aces up by 5. Schnipke guarded by Avalos. Ball loose, and Avalos with the steal. Avalos going the other way. Puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Miller. Miller gets it to Schnipke, and here come the Lady Bulldogs. Again, Avalos will come out and face off against Schnipke. Out there in no man's land, Schnipke on the wing now. Still being dogged by Avalos. Drive down to the baseline, nothing there. She kicks it out to Crawford. Crawford will put it up from the wing, and that's good. Long 2-pointer for Crawford to make it a 7-4 game and cut the Lady Aces lead to 3. Baldwin to Mull. Mull's going to drive the baseline and pass it off to Freese. It's loose on the floor, and that's going to be a jump ball. We'll see who the possession arrow favors. I think it's going to be Defiance's ball. It is. 1:06 to go in our opening quarter. And off the called jump ball, here come the Lady Bulldogs. Roth on the wing, looking things over. Roth puts it down into the corner to Schnipke, who gets it taken away from her by Mull. Mull tosses it down to Avalos. Avalos can't get to it, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be back to the Lady Bulldogs. Inbounds, and Haley Schnipke once again will bring the ball up court. Walls, and that's going to be a jump ball as Mull reached in and grabbed it, and that will go to the Lady Aces on the possession arrow. 34.8 seconds to go. Quarter number 1. Aces up 7-4 with the ball. Baldwin across the timeline. Baldwin quickly drives down the floor into a double team, looking for some help. Bounce pass to Mull. Mull gets the ball under control. Mull's going to drive the baseline. She'll take the shot and hit it. 9-4 now, and it's back to a 5-point lead. And here come the Lady Bulldogs for the last shot of the quarter. It's up. It's going to be short. Walls grabs the rebound. It's going to be another jump ball with 1.7 seconds left in the quarter, and that will go to the Lady Bulldogs. We'll see if they've got enough time. 1.7 seconds for a quick inbound and a shot. Looking around, bounce pass in, shot up, and good. Nice shot by Haley Schnipke to make it a 9-6 game at the end of the first quarter. We'll get ready for quarter number 2. We'll take some time here to say a big thank you to one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television this afternoon. And that's APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville in the Industrial Park, where they offer robotic packing and palleting solutions, powder coating, welding, so much more. And they're looking to add to their roster. Maybe you can become a part of the APT Manufacturing family. Just log on to aptmfg.com/careers for a full listing of all the opportunities that they have available. Many include certification and other training opportunities. You can fill out an application, upload your resume. They'd love to hear from you. And we love having them as one of our Diamond Level supporters. Our Diamond Level underwriters are ones that underwrite all of our Aces sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. So a big thank you once again to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. Tony Nicewander, the whole gang over there. And online at aptmfg.com/careers. All right, getting ready for quarter number 2. Lady Aces will have the ball. I got to let some of the spectators get by first. Lady Aces will have the ball to start quarter number 2. They lead 9-6. Bill Murphy, Brian Williams, the crew here at the Auxiliary Gym on the HIX-TV YouTube channel this afternoon. Glad to have you with us. Inbounds to Baldwin, and we're underway. Baldwin down in the corner to Freese, and back to Jocelyn. Jocelyn, baseline, hook shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to, that was Crawford grabs the rebound, and there's a whistle. And that's going to be the first foul on the Lady Aces. They're going to tag that one on to Mull. She'll pick up her first personal, team foul number 1. And the Lady Bulldogs will get the ball out of bounds on the baseline. They'll get it into Schnipke. Avalos will come out. Avalos has been given her problems bringing it up the floor, and we'll have a shot, no good, whistle, and foul. That'll be team foul number 2 on the Aces, and I think that might have been on Avalos. They don't put up the players' numbers like they do over in the main gym here in the Auxiliary Gym, but that's okay. Schnipke at the line to shoot 2. First one, good. She'll have one more. That one in and out, no good. It'll stay a 2-point game, 9-7. Baldwin gets the ball to Mull. Mull driving it in, gets it back. Freese from three-point land, no good. Rebound comes down to Miller. Miller will toss it to Schnipke, and we'll come back the other way with the Lady Bulldogs. Schnipke drives the baseline, puts it up, partially blocked, no good. And it'll be out of bounds, last touched by Defiance. Aces ball. Inbounds to Baldwin. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Baldwin again drives down to the corner. Gets it to Avalos. Avalos, top of the key from the free throw line, puts it up off the glass and good. And they need somebody to inbounds the ball quickly. And they get it in. Crawford had to go the length of the floor to be able to do the inbounds. She's got the ball now from Schnipke. Quick handoff. That's to Mancera. And that'll be tied up with Baldwin. That'll be a jump ball. And that will stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Crawford gets the ball into Schnipke. Schnipke back to Crawford. Crawford looking things over, back to Schnipke. She'll take the three-point shot off the back of the iron and no good. Mull saves it, gets it in to Hansen, and Hansen's going to get tied out by Crawford, and that'll be another jump ball, and that one will go to the Lady Aces. Quick substitution into the game now for Defiance, number 23, Mackenzie Reyes. Again, not a lot of substitution that is going to happen on the Aces squad as they only have 6 players total. Baldwin to Avalos. Avalos again to the, whoop, that one's, her pass to Freese goes right between Sophie's legs and rolls out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover to the Lady Bulldogs. 3:48 to go in the first half. And the Lady Aces leading 11-7 here in the 7th grade girls basketball game. Bounce pass, that's to Crawford. Crawford back to Schnipke. Schnipke drives in, puts it up, no good. And it's saved on the baseline. Back to Schnipke. Schnipke's going to try it again, another hook shot, and that one's good. Haley Schnipke, she's got 5 points tonight now. Makes it an 11-9 game, and again cuts the Lady Aces lead to only 2. Baldwin to Mull. Mull right to the hoop, up off glass, no good, a little too much on it. Crawford gets the rebound to Schnipke, and we'll come back the other way. Here comes Defiance with a chance to tie. Avalos almost knocks it loose. Bounce pass. That was to Reyes. Reyes gets it back, and Schnipke is going to take another shot from the corner. No good. Here comes Baldwin with the breakaway off the rebound. Lays it up and in. Jocelyn Baldwin, she's got 6 now, and she makes it a 13-9 game and puts the Aces lead back up to 4. Schnipke. And she gets the 3-second call, so it'll be a turnover to the Lady Aces with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go before halftime. Freese will get ready, and she'll get the ball in to Baldwin. Baldwin quickly down the floor, and she'll run to the baseline, puts up the hook shot, no good. Rebound to Schnipke. Schnipke goes in, puts up a shot, partially blocked. Mull grabs it. She'll drop down to Baldwin. Baldwin all alone, up off glass, no good. Misses the easy layup. Come back the other way with Schnipke. Avalos trailing her all the way down into the corner. Back out to the top of the key, drives into the paint, puts it up, and gets the bounce. 7 for Schnipke now. Back to a 2-point lead, 13-11. Baldwin gets run into, and that'll be a foul on number 25, Addison Miller. That'll be team foul number 4 now on the Lady Bulldogs. And it'll be Aces ball out of bounds with 1:22 left in the half. Freese will get ready to handle the inbound chores. Gets it into Baldwin. Baldwin in the corner, gets it out, drives toward the paint, nothing there. A little pass to Mull. Mull puts it up and puts it in. 6 points now for Devaney Mull. And timeout on the floor. So our first timeout of the game is called by the Lady Bulldogs as they trail by 4 here. 15-11 in the 2nd quarter. 1 minute and 8 seconds away from halftime. Again, this is the first of 2 live streams that we have for you here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel this afternoon, as we are covering the 7th and 8th grade girls. So we'll finish this one up, take a quick break, and Brian and I will be back with our second live stream, which will be the 8th grade contest. Glad to have you with us, as again we put Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror and get ready to head into the month of December. Hard to believe, but yeah, Thursday, it's December 1st already. So the buzzer will sound, and the teams will get ready to break huddle and come back out onto the floor. And there we go. Lady Aces and the Lady Bulldogs both break huddle. It'll be Defiance's ball on the baseline. Crawford will get ready to inbounds it to Schnipke. She does. We're underway. Off of her foot and right into the hands of Sophie Freese. Freese then runs into some trouble. Ball loose on the floor, and it's picked up and grabbed by Miller. Down the floor quickly. And into some trouble in the corner, and the ball rolls through the doorway out into the hall. That'll be out of bounds, last touched by Hicksville, so possession will stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Crawford will get ready to inbounds once again. And looking, and there's nobody there, but they were able to track it down. That was a good play by Roth as she got to the ball and got it under control before it rolled out of bounds. Schnipke from the wing puts it up, and no good. Freese with the rebound. 23 seconds and counting. Aces can hold it here for the last shot before halftime. Mull driving, kicks it back out to Baldwin with 12. Baldwin into the paint, up, no good. Rebound comes down to Miller. Miller gets it to Schnipke with 5. Schnipke, long 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Freese with the rebound, and that is the end of the first half. The second quarter wraps up, and we've reached halftime. And at the half, it's the homestanding Lady Aces leading the visiting Defiance Bulldogs in this 7th grade girls basketball game, 15-11, the halftime score. And I will do some quick computations here. It won't take long. So we can pass along some unofficial scoring before we get the second half underway. It's halftime, and again, the Lady Aces lead the Lady Bulldogs of Defiance 15-11 here this afternoon. And as we get ready, and while we're waiting to get ready for the second half, we'll say another big thank you to a couple more of our underwriting supporters here on Hicksville Community Television. Another one of our diamond-level underwriters, of course, is the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and, of course, online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, whether you want one that is brand spanking new, pre-owned, a car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. And if you don't see what you're looking for, let them know. They always do their best to find you the vehicle that you want. And with the supply chain stuff, whatever, they always do their level best, too, to make sure that you can get that order in. And they do everything they can to take care of you. Can't thank them enough. 14 years and counting now as a diamond level underwriting all of our sports coverage. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. And I also want to say a big thank you to Subway of Hicksville. They're our gold level underwriting supporter. They underwrite all of our basketball coverage here on HIX-TV. Subway of Hicksville, where you can eat fresh and refresh, and they remind you to download the mobile app to your device so you can take advantage of ordering in advance. They'll have their food ready and waiting for you when you get there, curbside pickup, and more. Want to thank Al and the whole gang. That's where they say go Lady Aces. They are the proud supporters of the Subway HIX-TV Player of the Game Award that we hand out at the end of each varsity basketball contest we cover here on Hicksville Community Television. I want to thank them so very much for continuing to do that again this basketball season. The kids love it. We love being able to hand them out. It's a great place to stop before or after the game or anytime. Subway of Hicksville, Ohio. Well, we got about 7 minutes to go here before we get the second half underway. And the first thing that we're going to do is we'll now pause for 10 seconds while Bill drinks some soda. Ah, there we go. That's much better. This is the first of, 3 nights of basketball action that we are going to have for you this week here on Hicksville Community Television. Of course, our second game here yet tonight. And then tomorrow on Tuesday, we wrap up the month of November with girls, junior varsity, and varsity basketball action from just down the hall a little bit at the main gymnasium. The Lady Aces will be hosting Patrick Henry on Tuesday night. So the Lady Patriots will be in town. And Jim Seiler, myself, and I believe Chris Warner will be there. And we'll have the coverage getting underway just a little before 6 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Hey, don't forget to Wednesday, our live stream on Wednesday at 4 o'clock is our usual weekly update. Try to sort of fill you in on things going on at the station. We recap what we've been covering. We look ahead to events that we will be covering in the future, both live streams and events that we are there recording for later playback. And also any interesting items of note from around the community or the area that I get told about. If people tell me about them, I try to share those on the live update as well. I can sort of keep up to date with things going on in and around the area. Like, for example, on Thursday, there's a Red Cross blood drive at the First Church of Christ in Hicksville from 1 to 6. So stuff like that I pass along. And then on Thursday, we'll be back here, and that will be the home opener or the opener for our coverage, I guess, for boys junior high basketball action, as the junior high boys will be hosting Stryker on that day. And that'll be our first look at the boys junior high team. So we'll be here with, again, 2 games on Thursday, both the 7th and 8th grade matchups. And then on Friday, I don't think we've got anything going on. So, and I'm not sure. Let me check on Saturday. I think Saturday is open for us as well. Yep. So we'll wrap up our live streaming on Thursday, and that'll kick off December. But again, as we move through December, there is just a whole bunch of stuff that we've got lots of basketball action coming your way in December, plus a lot of holiday programming as well. There's a high school Christmas concert and the band and choir concert at the Huber coming up. The Huber itself is putting on their Christmas program, Christmas at the Huber. The Huber Junior Choir is doing their Christmas program. The 5th and 6th grade band and choir doing a Christmas program here at the school. They've got the big assembly for the kids where they do the tinsel trials. They have all the crazy games that they play to earn house points for the houses here at the school. So all kinds of neat holiday programming coming up. I think the Antwerp Community Band also has a show that they're going to be doing that we're going to try to cover as well, plus a whole bunch of basketball action all the way up to right before Christmas, December 22nd and December 23rd. We're going to be down at Antwerp for the Route 49 Holiday Classic. At least we hope to be able. I don't have confirmation yet, but our plan is to be down at Antwerp for both nights of the Girls Route 49 Classic on December 22nd, 23rd, and we'll wrap up the month of December on a week later on the 29th and 30th. We'll be at Edgerton for the Boys Route 49 Classic, hopefully. So some road trips. Hopefully we won't have to do any of them in blizzards, ice, and snow. We had a couple of white knuckle drives for a couple of things we covered last year in the wintertime. But that's okay. We always make it. So, yes, you can sort of plan on plenty of basketball coming up. And, of course, if you haven't already done so, you can follow us on Facebook. And you can also subscribe to us here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. You can hit the bell for notifications. So whenever we get ready with an event for a live stream or whatever, you will know about it. We usually post things in advance on Facebook as well. You can keep up to date with where we're going to be at and what we're going to be covering. And for those of you who have already done that, who already follow us or who have already subscribed to the YouTube channel, we thank you so very much. But, yeah, we're kind of trying to put a push on. We'd like to hit 1,000 subscribers here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel, maybe by the end of this year. So I think we got about 140 to go. So we'll see if we can pull it off or not. Well, we're down to about a minute, 20 seconds before the second half gets underway. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring from the first half of action. Again, here at halftime, it's the homestanding Lady Aces leading the Lady Bulldogs 15-11 at the intermission. The 11 points for Defiance are courtesy of just two players. Amia Crawford had 2 buckets in the first half for 4 points, and Haley Schnipke led the way for the Lady Aces, or for the Lady Bulldogs, and actually she led all scorers in the first half. Haley had 3 buckets and a free throw for 7 points overall. So her 7 and Crawford's 4 account for the 11 points on the scoreboard right now for Defiance. On the Aces side, a little more balanced scoring. Sophie Fries had a free throw in the first half for 1 point, and Avalos had a bucket for 2. After that, it's Jocelyn Baldwin with 3 field goals for 6 points, and Devaney Mull had 2 free field goals and 2 free throws for 6 as well. So 6 for Mull, 6 for Baldwin, 2 for Avalos, and 1 for Fries for the Lady Aces, 15 points. They'll sound the horn, and the teams will get ready to head back out onto the floor, and we'll get ready to get the second half underway here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Bill and Brian, we're glad to have you with us as we're coming to you live from the Auxiliary Gymnasium. Again, it's 7th grade girls basketball action right here on HIX-TV. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball to start half number 2. It'll be Crawford getting ready to do the inbound. Schnipke standing by to get the ball. 6 minutes on the scoreboard clock, and we're underway. Schnipke, her team down by 4, looking things over. On the wing to Crawford. Crawford will pull the trigger. It's good. Be a long 2 to make it 13-15. Baldwin looks to answer, puts it high off the glass, no good. And we're going to have a jump ball between Mull and Miller. And the possession arrow should go, yep, it goes to the Lady Aces. They'll have the ball. Fries. Into Baldwin, she'll pull the trigger right away. In and out, no good. Mull with the putback, and that goes down. Mull makes it a 17-13 game. Here come the Lady Bulldogs. Crawford down into the corner. Looking for some help. Bounce pass back to Schnipke. Back to Crawford again from the wing. That one's no good, and that'll go out of bounds. Last touched by Defiance. Aces get the ball back, and Fries gets it inbounds to Baldwin. Baldwin working through traffic down to the corner, and That's going to be a jump ball. Okay, I was waiting to see what the indication was going to be. Crawford and Mull, and that'll go. It will be Defiance's ball when we come out of this timeout, but the Lady Aces call a timeout here. Very early on, 1 minute and 4 seconds into the third quarter. So somebody saw something they didn't like. Quick 30-second timeout. Teams will get ready to break huddle. And again, it'll be Defiance's basketball out of bounds when play resumes. And they'll get it into Schnipke. Schnipke across half court. On the wing, Crawford puts it up, no good. Avalos grabs the rebound. She'll get it over to Mull. Mull's going to go straight to the bucket. And that's going to be a foul on Defiance, a blocking foul, okay. So out of bounds, team foul number 1 for Defiance, and out of bounds to the Lady Aces. Freese long inbounds to Mull. Mull for 3. Got it! Oh my. Mull dials up long distance and makes it a 7-point game, 20-13. Schnipke goes to answer, and she does. They trade threes. Now it's 20-16, and the lead down to 4. Baldwin now. Working around the corner. Holds up to Mull. Mull from three-point land again, and she gets it again. Back-to-back threes. And here comes Schnipke. Lightning going to strike twice? Nope, she'll go to Crawford. Crawford for 3, and that's good. Oh, that's going to be a long 2. Her foot was on the line, so it's 23-18, a 5-point lead for Hicksville. Mull this time going to drive down towards the baseline. Nothing there. Turn around, she'll put it up anyway. That's going to be short and out of bounds. And that should stay with the Lady Aces. Yep, off of one of the defenders from Defiance. 3:28 to go here in quarter number 3. Aces with the inbounds coming up. Quick substitution as Walls will come out. And into the game for Defiance is Lawton. Freese bounce pass to Baldwin. Freese steps over the half-court line. It's over and back. Back to the Lady Bulldogs into Schnipke. Top of the key. She's going to launch from three-point land. This one's no good. Lawton goes for the rebound, no good. Avalos tracks it down. She's triple-teamed, now double-teamed. And it's going to be a jump ball, and that will go to Defiance. Avalos had a double team in front of her and the sideline behind her, and she was battling to maintain control of the ball. So Aces keep possession with the arrow. Mull, bounce pass and stolen away. Crawford traveled, tried to pull up and stop and did that little hop, dragged the one leg, pivot foot, so another turnover. And they're going to alter things around. This time the inbounds will come to Mull. She'll take it across half court. And she's going to unload for top of the key, off the back of the iron, no good. Knocked in bounds. Nope, she stepped on And it'll be Defiance on the baseline. Almost got it, but stepped on the end line. So Reyes will get ready to inbounds to Schnipke. Schnipke back to Reyes. Reyes from just inside the arc, partially blocked. Hansen grabs it for the Aces and tosses it to Mull. Mull into the paint, puts up the runner, and it's good. Mull makes it a 25-18 game. Long shot from the wing. That went off the right. No good. Put back up by Lawton is no good. Mull comes up with it. Mull down the floor to Baldwin. Baldwin up off glass and good. Oh, my. That's her first bucket of the second half, but acrobatic move to make it 27-18. 9-point lead now for the Lady Aces, and timeout on the floor from Defiance. Well, during this timeout, we got some time, so we can say a big thank you to our platinum level underwriting supporter. They underwrite and help support all of our operations here at Hicksville Community Television, all of our programming, all of our other events across all of our platforms, and that is ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, located on Industrial Drive. You can find out more about the many solutions they have for business and industry by checking them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. We want to thank them so very much for their support in 2022. Danny Vetter and the whole gang. Our platinum level underwriter, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. Again, online at www.arcsolinc.com. Inbounds to Schnipke as play resumes. Under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Lawton on the wing. Lawton back to Schnipke. Schnipke thought about it, and then she'll get it back to Lawton. Lawton drives into the paint, turn around. It's knocked out of her hands, and Hansen comes up with it. She'll get it over to Mull, and Mull brings it up the floor for the Lady Aces. Mull to Baldwin, top of the key. Baldwin just inside the three-point arc, and it gets the roll. Bounced around there and finally decided, we'll go through the cylinder. 29-18, it's an 11-point lead now for the Lady Aces. Schnipke, guarded by Avalos. She'll toss it over to Roth. Her shot up is good for 3. Roth hits the 3. That's her first bucket of the night. And automatically another timeout called by the Defiance Bulldogs as they close the gap to 8. And we still have a whole quarter to go, so 1:11 left in the third. It's 29-21 Lady Aces here in this 7th grade girls basketball contest. Bill and Brian, glad to have you with us. Again, hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Michigan fans did. Lions fans, not so much. Bears fans, I know a Bears fan. Yeah, they kind of took it on the chin too. And we have a mutual friend who's a Colts fan too. So we'll see how they do tonight in the Monday night game. See if we're going to have one of those weekends where we're 0 for 3 and nobody's team wins. Oh well. And for those of you who, on Thanksgiving could care less about football, hope you enjoyed like the parade or they had the dog show too. They had the big dog show. Yeah. It was an English bulldog that won, didn't it? I think it was the first time that breed ever won Best in Show or whatever. So back to basketball. Aces with the ball. Mull, top of the key. Thought about pulling the trigger, didn't. Gets it to Freeze. Freeze will put it up from the wing. No good. And saved, but it'll just roll out of bounds. That'll be Aces ball down in the corner. In the game now for Hicksville, by the way, number 32. That's Gabrielle Neal. Freeze to Baldwin. Baldwin puts it up. Off the iron and no good, and that's going to roll out of bounds, and that should be Defiance's ball. Walls gets it into Schnipke. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Schnipke, Avalos giving her problems, and now Baldwin takes over. Tries to muscle it down, pass along the baseline, up and good for Addison Miller. As the Lady Bulldogs are starting to spread the scoring around a little bit. Mull takes it to the hoop, in and out, no good. Freese with the putback, no good. Freese still battling underneath. And we're going to have a travel on Sophie Freese. Shifted her legs a little bit. It's hard not to do that, though, when you're getting bounced around by other players underneath the bucket like that. But still, it's a turnover to the Lady Bulldogs with 15 seconds. Reyes back to Schnipke. Schnipke down to 6. Schnipke puts it up, blocked. Baldwin grabs it. Baldwin trying to beat the buzzer. Puts it up, no good. She got down there in time, but it wouldn't drop. So we've come to the end of the third quarter. It's the Aces leading the Lady Bulldogs by 6, 29-23. And we want to say another thank you here between third and fourth quarters to another one of our Diamond Level Underwriting supporters covering, again, underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage. And that's the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. A full pharmacy for you and your family's pharmaceutical needs. Also, medical equipment and supplies, over-the-counter medications, sundries, and more. If you want to stop in for, they have greeting cards, they have candles, Ohio State and Michigan memorabilia. It's a great place to go shop. They want to thank everybody who did come out and help support local businesses on Small Business Saturday. And remember, you can continue doing that all month long. And if you'd like information on a COVID booster, flu shot, or anything along those lines, feel free to give them a call. 419-542-6218. Want to thank them so much again for their diamond level underwriting support of all of our Aces sports broadcasts here on HIX-TV. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. 6 minutes on the clock. The Lady Bulldogs will have the ball to start quarter number 4. They're down by 6. A lot of time and a lot of basketball to be played, though. Schnipke onto the wing to Crawford. Back to Schnipke. Schnipke spin move, puts it up, and no good. And Hansen gets it underneath the hoop, gets it to Baldwin. Baldwin will let her team catch up to her. Mull from the three-point arc. Boom! That's 3 threes for Devaney Mull. 32-23 now. Schnipke. Schnipke to, that's Merrill at number 35, and Schnipke will put up the runner, no good. And again, Mull with the board. Mull quickly down the floor, bounce pass to Baldwin, who puts it up off glass and no good, but she's going to be fouled. That's going to be 2 shots for Jocelyn Baldwin. And that's team foul number 2. There's been very few fouls in this basketball game. No team fouls in the second half on the Aces, and only 2 on the Lady Bulldogs. Baldwin at the line. And gets the first one. It's 11 points now for Baldwin. Into the game for Defiance is Roth, as Reyes will have a seat. Baldwin gets them both. Walls watching her feet this time and gets the inbounds into Schnipke. Just inside, long shot off the iron, no good. Avalos grabs the board, gets it to Mull. Mull cross half court. Mull spin move, pulls up and hits it. I've got unofficially, well, I won't say. Shot up, and that's no good off the front of the iron. Down to Baldwin. Baldwin up off glass and good. Count it, and I think she's going to go to the line. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Lady Bulldogs. They'll shuffle around their personnel. Crawford comes back into the game. Marilat will step out. And one shot for Baldwin. And that one's no good. Ball loose on the floor. And that's going to be a jump ball, and that should stay with the Aces. So a jump ball on the rebound from the free throw. Lady Aces get it on the possession arrow. 4 minutes, 32 seconds. Mull gets the inbounds, puts it up and down. It's good for Mull, and I have her unofficially now 23 points. Schnipke working hard, getting down to the baseline, throws it back out. Crawford gets it back to Schnipke. Schnipke thought about it, and then she'll head in the baseline, puts up the runner, no good. And that'll be off the hands of Mull, out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs. 4:07 to go. Aces up 40-23 here. Schnipke and dribbles it out of bounds. She's a little frustrated with herself. 4:06 to go. As both teams will drop back to the other half of the court. Mull will bring it up slowly. Miller comes out to defend against Mull. She gets it to Avalos. Avalos under the hoop, puts up the runner, no good. It goes right over the iron. No good. Schnipke better watch out as Freese was honing in on her from behind, and the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Crawford inbounds to Schnipke. Schnipke looking for something right on the three-point arc. Crawford, top of the key from 3 is good. Crawford hits the 3 ball. That's the third Lady Bulldog to sink a 3 here this afternoon. Mull drives baseline, nothing there. Bounce pass to Baldwin. Baldwin from three-point land, off the glass and no good. Crawford with the rebound, quickly up the floor. She'll hold up for the rest of her team. Gets it to Schnipke. Schnipke drives baseline. Her ball is partially deflected on the pass attempt right into Freese's hand. She gets it to Mull. Mull to Baldwin. Baldwin pull-up jumper off the iron. No good. Avalos with the board. She'll get it to Mull. Mull drives in. Mull puts up the runner and good. Schnipke, 2:41 left in the game. Roth moving around towards the baseline, nothing there. Bounce pass. Bounce pass to Miller. Miller puts it up, no good. And that'll be a travel as Mull got the ball, and Baldwin was right there too. Anyway, Mull was falling backwards and took a couple steps trying to regain her balance, and so she travels, and Crawford will inbounds for Defiance. Quick inbounds to Schnipke, who puts it up, no good. Mull with the rebound. This time she keeps her feet. Long pass down, and that'll be out of bounds. We'll see who they say touched it last. They're going to say last touched by Baldwin, so it'll be Defiance ball. 2:19 to go. Again, Lady Aces up 42-26. 7th grade girls basketball action here from the auxiliary gym. Crawford a long 3, and it's going to be an air ball, and they'll just let it go out of bounds. So that'll go back to the Aces with 2:09 to go, and timeout called from the Hicksville bench. .209 left in regulation here. Aces up 42-26. Again, a reminder, this is the first of 2 live streams that we're going to have for you here on the Hicksville Community Television or the HIX-TV YouTube channel on this Monday. When we finish this game, we'll do a quick post-game wrap-up, and we'll shut down the live stream and probably take about somewhere between a 5 and 10 minute break, I'm guessing. And then we'll be back with our second live stream, which will be the 8th grade matchup between these 2 schools. So you can join us for yet more basketball action this afternoon here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Or, of course, if you're watching this later, just on Hicksville Community Television, whether you're watching the rebroadcasts on SMTA Channel 8 or Mediacom Channel 12 or video on demand on YouTube, whatever the case may be. Aces get the ball inbounds, and we're back underway. Baldwin. Bounce pass to Mull. Mull being guarded by Miller. Mull, nothing there, gets it back to Baldwin. Mull from three-point land. That one is, and Freese couldn't get to it in time. It'll go out of bounds with 1:46. Defiance will get the ball back. Walls. Inbounds to Schnipke. Ball loose on the floor. Schnipke comes up with it from three-point land, and it's good. Schnipke makes it a 42-29 game with 90 seconds left to go. Baldwin drives down, puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound. She'll put it up again. That one, she gets bumped from behind. Schnipke winds up with it for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll throw it down the floor. Slapped away, but right into Schnipke's hands. And she'll put it up on the runner off the glass high and good. 8 points now for Schnipke in the second half to go with 7 in the first. 42-31, still an 11-point lead for the Lady Aces with under a minute to go. Mull puts it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Crawford. Crawford gets it to Schnipke. Schnipke comes up the floor. Schnipke down into the corner, shot up, and that's good. That was, I believe, Miller. Yeah, Addison Miller with the bucket to make it 42-33. Baldwin, bounce pass. Mull up off glass, no good. Freese with the putback, no good. And then Mull with the putback, and they're still battling for it. Mull gets it again. She'll take it out with 12 seconds. Mull with 7. Mull with 4. She can just hold the ball here. Gets it to Baldwin, and that's the ball game. So your final score in the girls' 7th grade game here at the Auxiliary Gym tonight is the Hicksville Lady Aces 42 and the Defiance Lady Bulldogs 33. And I will get some unofficial scoring around for you here shortly. All right. So your unofficial scoring in the game, let's begin with the Defiance Lady Bulldogs. Again, they were on the short end of the scoreboard, 42-39. They had Addison Roth with a three-pointer in the second half for 3 points, and Addison Miller added a couple of buckets in the second half for 4. After that, well, Amia Crawford had 4 in the first half, and she added 7 more in the second half to finish up unofficially with 11 points overall. And leading the Defiance Lady Bulldogs in scoring, Haley Schnipke, she had 7 in the first half, and then she added 2 threes and a bucket for 2 in the second half to finish up unofficially with 15 points on the evening. On the Lady Bulldogs, or Lady Aces side, again, Sophie Fries had a free throw and 1 point, and Avalos had a bucket for 2. Jocelyn Baldwin, 6 points in the first half, and she added 8 more in the second half to finish unofficially with 14. And leading all scorers tonight was Devaney Mull. Mull had 6 in the first half, and then she had, 3 threes, and 5 two-pointers in the second half to finish up unofficially with 25 points to lead all scorers here tonight. So with that, we're going to wrap things up. Again, we want to say a big thank you to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible. Our platinum level underwriter, and that, of course, is ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. Our 3 diamond level underwriting supporters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. APT Manufacturing Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. And the Hicksville Pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And our gold level underwriting supporter, Subway of Hicksville, proud supporters of the Subway Player of the Game Award that we give out after every varsity contest we cover here on HIX-TV. Thanks to all of them. Thanks to the junior high athletic department for allowing us to be here. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage this afternoon. So with that, we're going to wrap up the live stream. Brian and I are going to be back, it looks like probably in about 7 minutes or so from right now with our second live stream of the afternoon. But until then, one last time, final score in the 7th grade game. Lady Aces win it 42-33. And for Brian Williams operating the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing you a good afternoon and good sports.